Hanging with Captain Bruce on the Libreti Rose. Captain, thanks for having us.
Thank you, Erin. Nice to be here.
Yeah, all right. Tell us what this is all about. What are you doing?
This is my boat called the Libreti Rose. I do sport fishing charters for family groups, and it's mostly orientated for children and families that come into town to visit. People are always looking for something to do, so I'm right at hand for everybody to go on a fishing trip.
Busy season is upon us.
It is. It is very busy. I'm getting a lot of phone calls. The phone's ringing off the hook now, and everybody wants to get scheduled ahead to get on my books to go out fishing with me. So it's a good thing, and I'm very happy with the phones the way they're ringing now.
Yeah, right.
So
I bet.
It's going to get busy real quick here.
Well, we're here at the Kennebunkport River. What's harbor life like here?
It's fantastic. Kennebunkport is a great place. A lot of hotels, motels. I'm here at the Nonantum Resort, which is where I tie the boat, and this is where I operate my business out of. Fantastic place. They've got great children's activities here and stuff like that. And a lot of surrounding businesses, which they have a sailing cruise. I'm the fishing boat. And we have the Ragosa Lobster Tour boat right next door here. Everybody wants to go out and see how lobster are caught in Maine. It's one of those things where it's probably the most exciting thing around for people to learn how that's done. And Captain Bob on the Ragosa does that for everybody. He takes tours out and hauls some traps and shows everybody how it's done. So it's a pretty cool event.
And I'm sure the focal point when you're out on the water, it could be Walker's Point as well.
Absolutely. Walker's Point, everybody, probably 99% of the people that come with me, they all ask the same thing. Can we go see Walker's Point or Bush's residence?
And not uncommon, as you said, to see President Bush and Barbara.
Not at all. We see him a lot. I've actually assisted him at times right here in this marina, pulling in his own boat, and assisted him tying it up so he could pick up some guests. You see him going up and down the river a lot. You get good waves from him, and people get photographs. He's actually, I had one day fishing in his cove, and I heard a big thump on the side of the boat. It was Barbara in a kayak. So
cool.
It was pretty interesting. The people that were with me didn't believe it until they leaned over the side and saw her there. And she said, I got to run. Secret Service is going to want me to get back. So, but it was pretty cool. I mean, you do see them a lot. Yeah. The boys are always on the boat. Neil Bush does a lot of fishing as well, a lot of boating. They're all into it. It's good because they're all in town at the same time a lot, and they're great for the area.
And Captain Bruce, you're a celebrity in your own right. You might recognize his face from Wicked Tuna, season 2 and 3. Tell me about that.
It was a great experience. Great exposure, good experience. Met a lot of great people. Totally unexpected on my part. One day somebody came down and wanted to do an interview for me to be a cast member of the show, and we did a pretty lengthy interview right here on the boat, and the next day I was invited to be one of the cast members. So it was pretty exciting. I didn't know what to expect, but I took it on and did a couple seasons out of it, and it was really good. I mean, it's something that you would never expect me, as being a commercial fisherman all my life, to end up being on television. So it was quite an experience.
Quite an experience.
Yeah,
cool.
It really was.
And lastly, tell me about local life here in Kennebunkport. Why do you love living here and working here and raising your family here?
Well, the thing with Kennebunkport, the way I ended up here was we used to fish here. I've been coming here since I was a young boy, and I used to come here fishing with my dad commercially for tuna. And you know, we did it for years and years. I ended up buying my own tuna boat, and I fished here every single year. So it just got to the point where, you know, it was like a light bulb going off. Why not move to Kennebunkport? You know, it's such a beautiful place. We love it every time we came, and whether we were fishing or not. So I went home and asked my wife if she wanted to move to Kennebunkport, and I didn't know what to expect, but there was no resistance there whatsoever. She said, let's go look at it. And, you know, not long after that, here we are.
Close-knit community.
We've been here 23 years now. Yeah, it's fantastic. Yeah. We raised our kids here, and it's a great place to live. It
Captain
really
Bruce,
is.
thank
Lots
you.
to do.
Thank you. Well, we're going to continue our tour with Susan Grisanti now with Maine Magazine and see a little bit more. Thanks for having us.
Thank you for having me.